Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing Yamaha's brand new CD player, their multi-disc CD player, the CD-C603. The 603 is replacing the CD-C600, hugely popular model. In fact, so popular it wore out the tooling at Yamaha's production plant for it, which is why they had to revisit with this new model. It's got all the features of the last one. Sounds a little bit better apparently. Build quality's up a little bit, it's a bit heavier. All of those types of things. So, let's have a look. Firstly, like many of the newer products that are coming out from Yamaha, it's a departure from their sort of traditional brown boxes, and they're now introducing a white box with black printing, and then a big colour sticker to make the product stand out a little bit in the carton. No point for guessing the one we're going to open today is in silver. So, tilting it forward, you see some basic Yamaha logos and a PlayXChange feature. We'll talk about that in a moment. On one end we've got the serial number and model information on a scannable code and another emulation of the photo. Opening these really easy. It's simple clear packing tape. Tilting it forward, we see it very well packaged. The first thing, it's got a pretty basic pair of freebie interconnects. I'll be honest, the CD player is well worth a little upgrade there. We see some AA batteries for the remote control. In the top we've got a traditional figure 8 power cord with 2-prong New Zealand power cord and their remote control. Now the remote is essentially the same from the previous model. It's a silver plastic, it's not an aluminium. The batteries go along the length of it, so it makes it really easy to use. The main functions are operated from the thumb. It's a well thought out little remote. Right. A couple of pieces of polystyrene supporting the top, and then a basic user manual. It's got more information about warranty and international access for those things, along with a bit of information about PlayXChange, the features, how to plug things in. Pulling the unit out really straightforward and reveals the polystyrene in the bottom of the box, and then obviously we'll come to that. The CD player is protected in transit with this sort of poly paper cloth sort of stuff. It's soft, nice and easy to remove, sellotaped in place with a couple of pieces of tape. Removing that's pretty straightforward. And then we get to see the unit. Now the tray, the main tray of course, is any chatter is reduced by the addition of another piece of that sort of soft packaging. And we see the front of the unit for the first time. Again, this is silver, and so they've gone with a silver grey screen print. Yamaha CD-C603. It's got a large tray, and of course this is defining its height and width. We've got a basic switch on off. Now it will go into standby off the remote control, or if it's left alone for a reasonable period of time doing nothing. Then the next buttons are the direct access to the 5 discs that are in the tray. Beside that is the pure direct button. It helps to simplify the circuitry on board, and it also turns off the on-screen display, I guess reducing somewhat the extraneous electrical noise. Beside the front display there is a USB input. This will actually play MP3s and WMAs and WAV files and FLAC and all those types of things off a mass storage device of some kind. Nothing too big, not a big 1 terabyte portable hard drive, but the FAT32 USB thumb drives. It's got a button beside that allowing you to switch between the CD player and the USB from an input perspective, and then your simple skip backwards and forwards. Pushing and holding these buttons forces it to fast forward or rewind, and again skipping back and forward, left and right. You've got a play pause button and then a stop. Now above the stop button we've got the PlayXChange and then the eject. Now the difference between the two is relatively, well, it's not subtle at all really. Eject will stop the CD player from playing and then open the tray all the way out, allowing you to access all 5 of the discs that you have loaded. PlayXChange allows you to access the 4 that aren't being played while it holds one and continues the playback of it, allowing you to mix your CDs back and forwards, change the genres, change the mood, whatever it might be, without having the silence associated with the CD player having to stop. On the remote control there's an option of playback modes, allowing you to change between a 5-disc mode and a single disc mode as well. Okay, now the depth of course is relatively deep. It needs to be. It's got a large carousel. Yamaha, like their previous models, in fact ones that were 20 years old now, have opted for large mechanics in their tray. Nothing's miniaturized, and with that the build quality can be much better, the reliability can be much better, and it's far less prone to jams and other niggles associated with cheaper off-brand multi-discs. Again, of course, the cost to that is a physical depth. It does mean, however, from a design perspective, you can stack your amplifier on top if you want. Looking at the back, we see the classic inputs and outputs we've seen with so many of Yamaha's CD players. Starting with the boring side is the basic figure-8 power cord. Bit of information, again an emulation of its model and serial number and a scannable thing there. We've got IR remote in and out, allowing you to cascade control from the back of either an automation system or an IR repeater system, and then out again if required. Then we've got a Toslink optical digital output, and then a traditional left and right analog output, clearly labelled red for right and white for left. So, there we have it. This awesome, brand new CD player from Yamaha, the CD-C603, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.